All right, let's see what I can do about showing you how to solve this, and then I'll try to go through it kind of quickly. So you can really solve it with any color. A lot of people try to go white and yellow as the first options, and what they want to do is what they call the daisy, which is to have a yellow center with 4 white pieces here. So in order to do that, we want to find the white pieces. We keep the yellow on top. We find the white piece that's in the center, and we just turn it up to the top. So now it's with the yellow. Doesn't matter what orientation this is right now. So we have a 1 on the bottom here. We just flip that all the way up to the top. Fairly simple. We got 1 that's here. In order to do that, all we do is turn it to the side, and now it's in a position that we can rotate it to the top, but we don't want to get rid of this. So we move that, and we put it right up to the top. And now we've got 1 more. Similar idea here. We're gonna move this here so it's on the side, and then we gotta move this out of the way so we don't lose it. So we turn this here and turn that there. And now we have our daisy. First step. Now we wanna get all these white pieces down to the bottom, but we wanna make sure that the other side of these match the centerpiece since this doesn't move. So all we do is we turn the top, so that way the white piece is on top and it matches the centerpiece here. And then we just rotate it 180 degrees, and now you'll see that it's on the bottom, matching here and matching here. We're gonna do the same with all of these pieces. Turn it to the center, rotate it 180 degrees, turn it to match the center here, rotate it 180 degrees, and then one more time, match the center here, rotate it 180 degrees. And now you'll see we've got the white cross here. This don't worry about now. Got the white cross, and then each of the sides matches the colors. Now we want to get these corners solved. All right, so we got 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, which doesn't look like it's in the right spot, and then 1 here also not in the right spot. So what we like to do is we like to have them down in a corner like this, because we want something like this to go up here. We see that orange and green and white, so we've got orange and green and white, so we know that this corner goes up here. So in order to do that, what we do is we take the side that matches the center here, and we make sure the white is facing us. We turn this piece away from where we want it to go. So we want it to go here, we're gonna make it go across, away from it. And then we wanna bring this corner down on the same row that this is, and then we turn this back. And you'll notice now that these match up when we rotate it back up. You've got your orange, your green, and your white. We're gonna do the same for all the corners, so it's easiest when they're down here. If they're up at the top, we can do the same kind of move to get this piece off of here because it doesn't really go here. So what I usually do, you don't really have to do this, but it's pretty consistent with how we move pieces, is you move the piece away, down, bring it back, roll it back up, right? And that's a very common move, and that puts it so the white piece is here, but we've got the blue, we're gonna move this over here. So now we have blue matching, and we have orange, which matches this side, so that means that goes right here. So we move it away from it, down, back towards it, and back up. And now we've got that corner right where we want it. 2 down, 2 to go. All right, so this one goes here, right? Green, green, red, red, white, white. So once again, we face the white towards us, we turn it away from where we want it to go, we bring that square down where we want it to come back to, we bring it back, and we rotate it back up. 3 of those corners, and now we've got 1 more to go. All right, and now our first layer is solved. Great. I'm gonna flip it upside down, and now we want to solve the second layer by solving these pieces here. Now looking at the top, we see top is yellow, so we know that anything with yellow on it does not go here. So we don't want to worry about moving these. We only want to move the pieces that don't have any yellow, which right now we have a case where 3 of them are yellow, one isn't, which means some of these pieces are in the right areas, but they're just not either in the right orientation or the right spot. This one's actually right where it belongs. So let's take a look. So we've got our blue and our red. Red's on this side and orange is on this side. So what we do is we turn the blue away from the spot where we want it to go. We do our move, which is turn it 90 degrees forward, bring the top back towards us, turn it 90 degrees back, and turn it back. Now what we're gonna do is take this white square that will always appear where we were, and we're gonna turn it 90 degrees. So that way it's in the plane that we're gonna be turning here. We do the same move on the other side. Forward, bring the top back, that reconnects here, bring it down, and you don't really need to bring it back at this point because the piece is already right where it needs to be, but you can, because that's kind of the move that you do all the time. So we got that piece there. This piece is good, that's no good, and that's no good. But now we have a new piece. So we have our green, we have our orange here, and we have our red here. So because it's red on top, I'm going to turn it away from the red because it wants to go here. We got to get this out of here. So we go up, over, back, and down. And now we have that white corner again. So we're turning the white corner away, so that's in the front and it's on this plane here. Forward, pull it back, matches it back up here with this side and down. And we'll notice that our corners are good here, here, and here. And now we have one more. Orange and green goes there. So we turn it towards the blue, which is not matching. We got to move this plane up, over, back, and back. Now we've got this here, so we turn it. Now we're going to move this plane up, over, and back down. We matched up. And now we've got these two layers solved. Okay, yellow, the last layer, it's always the trickiest one. A couple different versions. Sometimes you'll have a single dot. Sometimes you'll have this kind of upside down or this L shape. Sometimes you'll have a cross. Sometimes you'll have corners. We're not worried about these. What we want ultimately is a cross of yellow here. In order to get that, when you have this, you're going to take these two layers, you're going to turn it over once, and then you're going to do that move that we always do. So facing not the top, but we go up, over, back, down, and then we turn all of that back. And you'll notice that we got our cross here. Don't even worry about these. Take a look at that cross, and we also have all the rest of the sides are still solved. So now the tricky part, we've got to get these corners so they match where they should go. So we've got orange, green, and yellow. Well, that definitely goes in this corner here, just not facing this direction. We've got green, red, and yellow. Still goes here, just needs to be twisted. We've got orange, blue, and yellow. So that actually goes in this side. And then this goes in this side. So this is a case where one of these sides is correct. These are in the right place. These two are not, so we need to switch them. And here's how we do that. Same move that we've been doing. Forward, pull it back, come down, pull it back. Then once again, we see this here, we turn it. Forward, come across, pull down, that matches that up. And then we don't have to go back here because it actually already puts us right where we need to be. Uh-oh, what did I do? I pulled something out of place here. Don't fear. If that happens, come back to where it belongs, do our move, and we're good. Because remember, we actually have to do this. I'll turn this here, go back to where we were. We actually have to do that more than one time. So we're going to take a look here. Once again, we got these ones are good, these ones are not. So we're going to do this 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Now it's on the top here, not facing, and that's actually good. Then we turn it 90 degrees, or basically we're turning this towards the other hand, and then we do the same thing 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Now it's the last time here you don't have to turn it. I made a mistake before. All right, now we'll see that we've got our red, blue, and yellow in the right spot. We've got our orange, blue, and yellow in the right spot. These two were already in the right spot here. We just put them back. So now we have to get them so that the yellows are on top. And all we do with that is flip it upside down. Make sure the white is on top. And we're looking for this bottom right corner. And then we just are gonna repeat the moves that we've been doing over and over again. We're gonna rotate this up and back down and bring that yellow here. We're gonna do the same move again, brings it down on the corner, and then the same move again, brings it up to the top, and one more time, and that actually brings it back down to the bottom in the right spot. Now we're not gonna rotate the cube anymore, we're just gonna rotate this bottom plane. So we have another one with yellow on it in the bottom right corner. And we repeat. It's up top, down here, up top on the side, and now on the bottom where it belongs. Continue doing the same thing, always bringing the bottom over, making sure that the yellow cube is on the bottom right. And through a series of usually 2 to 4 moves, that yellow piece is going to be on the bottom. 1, there's 2. And we'll find now that we've got the yellow all on the bottom. Now what we want to do is put this so yellow's back on the top, and we're looking to see if we have any completed sides like this. If we do, we want to turn that so it faces front here, and then we've got 1 on each spot. So you can either have something like this, 1 with 3 wrong sides. You can have all of them completed at this point, or you can have all 4 of them wrong, right? In which case, if all 4 are wrong, you're gonna do these next following moves a few times. If all of them are completed, you're done. In this case, we see that this actually belongs on this side, and this one belongs over here. So we're gonna have to do these moves a couple times. So we're gonna go our regular move, 1, and we're just gonna do that 1 time, and then we're gonna switch to the other side. 2, and you should end up with a T with 2 pieces that are the same color of the side that you were facing initially. That's when you know you've done it right. Then we're gonna do the same move 5 times on the right and 5 times on the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you know you've done it right when you've got 2 sets of yellow over here, right? And you've got your blues back on the front here. The rest of it you don't worry about. And then the same thing over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You should have your blue back, your yellow back, and now you notice that the green that was over on this side is now over here. So whatever is on the left is going to go across the cube to the right. Whatever is on the right is going to go to the back side here. And then whatever's on the back sides go here. So it rotates, in this case, in a counterclockwise, or Widdershins. Now we're going to do the same thing. Now we see that green is going to rotate to here, orange is going to rotate to here, and red is going to rotate over here. 1 move here, then 1 move on the other side, and we have our yellow T and the blue, which matches here, and then 5 moves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we've got solid yellow, solid blue, and then 5 on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it's solved. Now once again, the main move that we're looking for a lot of times is forward, then use this finger to pull it back towards you, then turn it back where it came from, and then turn it back where it came from. And so, right, counterclockwise or away from you, pull the top forward towards you, then pull it back to you, and then pull it back. And you can actually get fairly quick with this. And if you only do that, you'll notice that it just goes right back to the solid state. All right, I'm gonna mess it up real quick and then see if I can solve it quickly. All right, kind of messed up. All right. Here we go. Not bad. Let me know if you have any questions.